Time for another review video. This week I am bringing you the review of Living Colour Smokehouse just outside of Darling. Good afternoon. We are on our way to Darling. We are joining our friends at Living Colour, I think. It's a smoke restaurant, so they smoke all of the meats and stuff. Let's break it down the way we normally do. Let's start. I've got my list here of the areas that we review in. Let's start first off with the venue. As mentioned, it is just outside of Darling. So when you turn from the R27 side, it is on the left hand side as you go towards Darling. It is an interesting building in the sense that it is made from containers. I think it's made from 2 containers, and then there's an area that's under roof. And I'm wondering now, I'm thinking now if that area is enclosed. Yeah, it's enclosed, totally enclosed. And then if I'm not mistaken, I think we also saw that there was some solar panels on the rooftop. So the venue is quite unique and cute. And then there's also a play area for the kids. So I'll show you around what that looks like. So for the venue and how unique it is, I would give that a 2 out of 3. Okay, let's talk about the front of house staff, the bookings, walk-ins, how that works. So my friend made a booking for us since it was her birthday. She did make a booking. When we arrived there, they did not have us on the book that they use for the bookings. So we actually showed them the SMS or the WhatsApp screenshot that the booking was confirmed, and they were more than happy to seat us somewhere. So now I'm just wondering if we did not have that screenshot, if that would have been an issue. The restaurant was not very busy in any case. There was lots of space that day, so I'm thinking it should not have been an issue, but I am not sure. So for that, I give it, for the fact that there was a mix-up, I give it a 1.5. Then with regards to the menu, it's all in the name. It's a smokehouse, which means that most of the items, if not all of the items, are smoked. I will show you through the menu here. So there was a lot of variety with the smoked items. You could even order a smoked macaroni and cheese. Have you ever heard of something like that? My boy decided on that one. And then my girl had the brisket burger. My girl, my hubby, and my friend's hubby, they had the brisket burger. And then my friend and myself, we decided to have the chips, the, what do they call it? The loaded fries. So we both had the loaded fries with brisket on top. For the menu, oh, I have to add that they also have not gluten-free, they also have vegetarian options available. Not that I can remember now what the vegetarian options are, but there is some vegetarian options on the menu. So for the menu, I think I'll also give them a 2 out of 3 for the menu. With regards to free from options, I did not check specifically now if they have almond milk, so I can't comment on that. But they do not have, or I did not see any wheat-free options on the menu. But you can obviously decide based on the menu, you can decide what you want to order, and you don't have to specify something specifically wheat-free on that. So what I mean, for example, is like I ordered the loaded fries with a brisket on top, and that's naturally wheat-free or gluten-free. So I think with free from options, the fact that there is not something specifically listed, if you are so inclined for the free from, I rate that a 2 out of 3. With regards to the staff was very friendly. When the issue with the booking was sorted out, the process from there onwards was seamless, and the lady was very attentive and very helpful, and she was willing to bring out the kids' food earlier so that they could eat. And then my hubby and myself, we waited for our friends because they ran a little bit late. So for the staff attentiveness, friendliness, I give them a 2 out of 3. Then with regards to the food, as I mentioned, my boy had a smoked macaroni and cheese with brisket on top. My hubby, my daughter, they had a brisket burger. I had the loaded fries with a brisket on top. Prima. I give the food a 2.5 out of 3. It was absolutely delicious, and I want to go back there just to have that chips and brisket again. It's so good. Then with regards to cocktails, they did not have a huge variety of cocktails on the menu. Okay, I've ordered the Bushman's Poison. So it is a gin and tonic with a, let me make sure, with a cherry bomb. Let's do a little taste test. Am I remembering correctly, or did I just zone in now on what I wanted? So I ordered the Bushman's Poison, and that is some gin, and then they top it with something from Darling Breweries actually. So it's a cherry mix, something from Darling Breweries. It's quite nice, a little bit sweet, but very yummy. Then, so like I said, there's not, if I remember correctly, not a wide variety of cocktails on the menu. Then there's beers and also some wine. So I had the Bushman's Poison when we got there. The children had milkshakes, if I'm not mistaken. My hubby, he also had the Bushman's Poison. And then when my friend and her hubby arrived, she ordered a bottle of rosé, and the two of us shared that. So for cocktails, I think I would give them a 2 out of 3. Then with regards to the costs, if you now take that I had essentially a plate of chips with some meat on top. Any guesses on how much I spent on the chips with the meat on, even though it was delicious? What would your guesses be with regards to the price? Let me take you out of your misery. I think the price for the chips with a brisket on top was 165 Rand. So I think for a plate of chips with meat on the side or on top of it, I think it's a little bit on the expensive side. Does not matter how delicious it is, it's a little bit on the expensive side. Now, I cannot remember exactly the price of the brisket burger or how much the macaroni and cheese was, but I do think the restaurant is a little bit expensive, considering that it's a smokehouse. And I think what I read on the website, they say that they prepare the food for the number of people that are booked. And also, I think on the website it says it's a 12 to 16 hour process to prepare the food with the smoking. So I think it might be that it's labor intensive. So that could be the reason, and that can explain why the prices are a little bit on the pricey side. So all in all, what is my conclusion then? I think they are a little bit expensive. Is it worth it? Yes, I do think so. So I think I'm gonna rate that a 2 out of 3. Let's get our overall rating then for Living Colour Smokehouse. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So all in all, if I did my sums correctly, that gives us a total of 16 out of 24 for Living Colour Smokehouse. Would I go there again? Absolutely. As mentioned, that chips with a brisket on top, I want that again. I need that again in my life. So I hope you enjoyed this little review episode. Tell me, are there any other restaurants in the area that you would like for me to review for you? I hope to see you again next week. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye bye.